Locking out, scissors, it's gotta be locked out, okay? Getting my lasso guard on the side. When I get my lasso guard, look, the top of my foot is behind his shoulder. So he can't generate momentum ripping out of there. This hand, now I turn it so that the back of the top of my hand is on my thigh here, okay? And now I'm kind of on my side here, kind of facing into him. Now, to move this to the other side, I'm gonna unwind first, lock him out, switch my hips, here, same thing, control. My knee is always the widest thing out, okay? So I'm unwinding, boom, locking out, here, control, pull him in, knee is the widest thing out on the other side. So let's continue the warm up by going side to side here, and from spider to lasso, spider to lasso. Keep down and just kind of strung out here. So I'm gonna unwind my lasso side, and as I'm, creating this kind of pendulum motion, I might touch it to the mat just briefly. I need to get my butt under my foot. I almost need my right hip to the right of my foot here. Boom. So I need to get up. So now I've kind of got the ability to push him over with my foot locked out, versus this is hard, trying to get him over, because he's over to my right side. I have to get underneath my foot, lock it out. Now I'm cutting underneath him here with my left leg. Boom, right to mount. Okay? So, we did this last week, most of you?
Yeah.
And, okay, so let's go ahead and let's do it up, down, out. Keep guys here, because this is very frustrating for them. They get strung up, and they don't know what to do. So now, look, we're going to move off this sleeve here. And instead I'm going to go sticky foot, which is frustrating as well, really effective. I don't need my hand to necessarily control his arm. And now when I move off the sleeve here, I'm going to move to the collar and start playing him here. Okay? Now he's going to try to get up and over. But what I want to do is I want to let him fight under. I don't want him to fight over. Even if he fights over my arm, just pull him into closed guard and start attacking. My hand's already in the collar, so I'm already here on the choke. Right, so we're not going to drill that one. But now, if I move here and I let him fight under my heel, at the same time I know he's going to go under, my hand's coming off the sleeve, right to the tricep. I just want to lock his arm in place. Now with both my hand in the collar and my hand on his tricep, I'm kicking my leg straight back as I pull him in. Boom, here. Now I'm working my triangle. Or if I need to, I'm controlling the head with this leg and starting to work omoplata. Okay, so again, I'm here. I open up and get to spider lasso. Here, I move to the collar. He's fighting, I let him fight under. The minute he comes under, I'm pulling the arm and closing over the shoulder and starting to attack triangle omoplata. Even choke. If he's just posturing up and trying to get in here, a lot of times I'll let my knee slide out, choke him, and then start pulling back in. Okay?
How hard are you fighting to direct that foot? Or you just
I'm not.
Okay, whichever way you go.
It's easy because if I just keep my toes pressed out a little and follow him around, he's gonna slide underneath it. Yeah. Any questions on that? I think we touched on that for a little bit, but we'll drill it a lot and step over it. Like he's gonna pass my guard. When he does that, look, my knee's always the most left thing out. I need to keep my knee out to the left. He's gonna put drop this knee. He's gonna put my foot between his legs, which I want it to stay. I don't want it to drive for him to put it all the way across. I know a lot of old school guys teach this shin across, putting the foot on this side. Gets stuffed too much. Just put it in the middle. And now look, my knee here kind of starts his momentum to the left, but now that my leg is in between his and planted on the mat, the inside of my right knee also can move him. So I got both in combination moving. Now when I add the hand right here on the outside of the gi pants, I'm gonna sweep him. But I still need, this sweep requires his involvement, right? So now that I'm here, I'm just reading it out, right? He's gonna try to figure it out and pressure me and put pressure on my knee, and I'm just feeling it. And when he starts trying to come close distance to me, boom, I'm just turning the steering wheel to the left and lifting the knee, okay? And he'll sweep. It's really not that difficult. If you feel like, oh, I can't get him up, there's something wrong. It should be as soon as he moves in, you're pulling him in two, turning the steering wheel, and taking him out to the left. Kick the leg out. When you come up, be careful with the arm that's in, don't just come belly flop on top of him, get bicep flexion. Posture up, let his arm escape, and then come down the side control. Does that make sense? I don't ever want him to really get this knee. I always want to fight to keep it on the inside. Look, I can pressure just the inside of his chest. I want that guidance. I definitely need to keep this engaged. This is where everything starts, right? The reason why we get here, what happens when we get here is this guy immediately postures up and tries to figure out this. He tries to figure out this and how I get it out. And when he can't, when he realizes he can't, the next thing across his mind is like, well, I feel like I can over-underpass to this side. He can pop over that knee. And that's why when he does, I'm waiting. And as soon as his hips pop, I'm catching him. As soon as he's moving, that's when I'm being opportunistic and catching him. So it's not like we get to this spot, and I'm already trying to sweep him. You know, I'm not doing that. I'm just hanging out. He's got to figure this out. As soon as he starts moving, boom, I get him. Okay? So we lock him up. That's why this side's got to be tight. He gets frustrated. I can't get rid of this grip. I can't pull out of it. I can't, you know. If he takes this hand over to, like, I see guys, Tim does this. He tries to undo my hand here with this hand. Like, he'll try to do this. It's over. Okay?
Tim's been there before. So have I. A lot.
All right, so let's keep working on that, and we'll work on